had a good 2-week vacation, and here we are in the new year, 2021. First of all, wish all of you a very happy new year. Well, this is a new year, so I thought, why not start it with something new, like a completely new recipe. It's so new that I have never done it before. This is the first time I'm going to be making it right in front of you. It could go anywhere. It could be a disaster, or it could come out really well. Let's see what happens. Done a lot of chicken stuff, a lot of chicken recipes. So I thought, why not do Mediterranean fish? I wanted to do a bake this time because I'm sick and tired of cooking on the gas and everything. So I thought, let me do a bake, and these days I'm really doing a lot of bakes, even for our dinners and everything. Now, I didn't really know any recipes from Mediterranean cuisine, so I googled and I tried to find out that what are the ingredients they work with. So I got hold of most of the ingredients, but a couple of them are not available, were not available with me right now. And the fish that I chose was red snapper. So I've got this beauty. Take a look at it. It's really nice. It's a nice big, almost 2 kgs. It's a fresh red snapper. I've got hold of it directly from the fisherman's wharf. That's what we're going to make. We're going to make, read my lips, Mediterranean baked fish. And I'm going to make it with some really fresh herbs. And we're going to have some roasted potatoes and some veggies. Fish doesn't take too much of time, and we're just going to start doing it. There is no marination as such involved in this. We're just going to put everything together on a tray and then shove it in and see what happens. Mediterranean baked fish. And now let's start with the remaining stuff, which is basically getting, the first thing is getting our dry rub prepared. We're going to make the dry rub. I'm going to mix it all here and show you what all is I'm putting into it. There was one ingredient that is used, and that is called the sumac powder, which is essentially made from grinding wild berries. It's tangy in taste, and it's also got a nice, maybe a little hot lemony flavor to it. I don't have that, so it's available on Amazon and everywhere it's available, but I don't have it today. So I'm also compensating it by using some fresh lime juice and some fresh orange juice. Apart from which, I'm also using something which is not there, which is Jamaican jerk. So I'm going to add this to it and a little smoked pepper. 2.5 spoons of salt, 2 and a pinch of cumin powder, coriander powder, around 2 spoons. Remember, this is a big fish, and we're also going to use it for roast potatoes. Some oregano, dried parsley. We are also going to use fresh parsley that we're going to stuff it inside the fish, but I'm also using dried parsley. Smoked red pepper, it's going to give a nice flavor to it. Some Jamaican jerk, and some black pepper. And we're just going to mix this. I'm going to fix up the potatoes first, because I'm going to shove it in when I'm preheating the oven for 15-20 minutes before we shove in the fish. And the reason for that is because the potatoes are going to take a longer time to cook than the fish. So let's start with that. I'm going to just brush the thing with a little oil. There's going to be oil sprinkled on top of the potatoes too. So no need for too much oil, but just a little, so that the potatoes don't stick to it. I've cut the potatoes as wedges. Just going to put it all there. I've set up the potatoes here, not in the most neat manner, but still. So I'm going to sprinkle some of the dry rub on it. A little bit of parsley, fresh parsley. Then break little bits of basil. And some olive oil. This is what's going to go inside the oven to roast potatoes. They're actually called Greek roast potatoes. I'm going to shove this in. And now let's start with prepping the fish. Let's start with preparing the fish tray, which is going to go in the oven. First, again, we're just going to rub some olive oil so that the fish or the veggies that I'm going to put doesn't stick to this. I need to make some cuts on the fish so that whatever the spices, herbs and everything that I'm going to put in it also goes into the meat of the flesh of the fish. Put the fish diagonally, it's quite a big one, so that's the best way to do it. First, what I'm going to do is, I've got some fresh orange juice, just a little you need, and just for flavoring, and some fresh lemon juice, and I'm going to add it to this, get all the tangy thing going, and I'm going to add a little Worcester sauce to this as well. And then I'm going to put it all over to the outside first, and then the inside. Make sure that you put some inside the cavities that you've created. And now the next step is I'm going to rub the dry rub all over the fish, on top as well as inside the fish. Be generous with this. I need a little dry rub for the veggies that I'm going to put in over here. Now it's time for some garlic. We have to be really liberal with garlic. Mediterranean recipes use a lot of garlic, a lot of lemon or lemon flavors, and herbs. So I anyways love garlic, and all my recipes whichever take garlic always have garlic. And I'm going to shove some garlic in all the cavities as well, and inside. We'll put some more garlic once everything else is done. And now it's time for some fresh herbs. I'm going to stuff it with some parsley, fresh parsley, and this fresh dill leaves, what I think in India we also call soy. So this is where it's going to flavor it when it gets smoked. We will also put all of this. Let's put it a little on the top. Just going to put some on this, like put a bed of these herbs so that this thing, and I'm going to put some fresh basil. So a lot of garlic, a lot of fresh herbs, a lot of spices and dried herbs. Keep the flavors fresh. That's the key to Mediterranean recipe. It's nice stuffed with flavors. Time for some veggies, which is essentially some onions, tastes really nice roasted. It's all going to get sprinkled with olive oil. Little baby corn. medley of peppers. Isn't it looking beautiful with all these colors? Some fresh quinoa, orange, a little sprinkling of garlic once again, and now the dried up for the on top of the veggies. And now olive oil. Going to be liberal with it. Little inside. Will seep inside anyways. And the fish prep tray is done. And now we're going to shove it inside. So basically fish gets done really fast. So I'm going to make it at 200, keep it for around 15 minutes, 20 minutes on one side, and then maybe try to see if we need to turn it around if it doesn't get this thing. I don't think it will take more than 30-40 minutes. Then the rest of the veggies are soft veggies, so they will anyways cook very fast. Time to shove this red snapper, the naughty red snapper. Potatoes are getting done downstairs and this guy is upstairs. So I'll put it at 40, then we'll see what happens. Today is actually a very special day. Apart from New Year and a new recipe called Mediterranean fish red snapper bake. Today is also a day where basically I met a new person. This is Semanti. 26 years back today in 1994. So today is the day when I first met her for the first time, and everything after that became history. And so today is our anniversary. It's actually really the most important anniversary for us. We got married much later, around 6 years later, but today is the day that we celebrate really dearly, because today is the day that we saw each other for the first time. We met each other for the first time, and always remember it fondly. Simanti too, I think. Kept the timer at 40 minutes. And temperature at 200 degrees at bake, function bake. And so I'm going to, but we'll need to keep checking, because there are also potatoes being done down, below the fish, and they've already been in for almost 15-20 minutes in the preheat thing. So I'm going to keep checking. We'll check after another 10 minutes and see what happens. And with fish, you just can't let go. It's not like meat or something that you can just forget about it. With fish, you have to keep checking, because it really cooks fast, and we don't want to overcook it or burn it or something. So 40 minutes, I think, is what's going to take total time, but we'll just keep checking after every 10-15 minutes. All right? First time. This is the first time I'm making it. I have no idea what it's going to turn out. I think Semanti is already having a heart attack somewhere, but that's okay. It's our anniversary. She must be repenting. I'm just going to cut a little one lemon and keep, because we'll be squeezing it on top of the fish when we eat it. And I'm going to shove in some green chilies, these nice big ones. Keep it whole as it is. Just do one small incision, just so that the flavor and the fragrance of it permeates out. And the fish, I'll shove these on top of that. It's been around 10-15 minutes. That's it. Let's see what's this. The potatoes are also done, but let them brown a bit. Fish also, I think, is almost done, but just gonna let it be there for another 10 minutes to brown a little. And Then we're gonna taste and figure out what this experiment, this new recipe in this new year, and this first episode of 2021, is it going to be a disaster or is it going to be delicious? It's been 40 minutes and the timer has come off. But I checked the fish and I think it needs another 10-15 minutes, and the potatoes too, they need to brown a little. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to interchange the places because I want the potatoes to get a little more brown. So I'm going to take out the fish and take out the potatoes and heat the potatoes up so that they get nice brown. They are already cooked, but they need to get brown. And the fish is also almost cooked, but needs another 15 minutes to get the right texture. I don't like really soft fish in that sense. I like the texture to be a little firm. So another 15 minutes should do it. It's been another, I would say, 15 minutes. So 40 minutes and 15 minutes, and I think it's all done. I can't tell you, the entire house is so fragrant with the aromas of the fish and all those ingredients that have gone into it, the herbs and everything. I can't tell you how divine it is. The fragrance and aroma is divine. Now the taste, let's see. Now take a look at this. Potatoes, nicely brown. Just gonna keep it here. And here's the fish. Yeah. Just gonna keep this here. Before I taste, I'm going to put a little bit of fresh lemon on top, just to, freshen this, wake up the flavors which have been roasted into it. It's really, I can't tell you how amazing it's. The fragrance is amazing, the aroma is amazing. I mean, guys, without tasting it, I'm telling you, this is a recipe you must try. Let's taste now. Let's see how, oh wow, it's done beautifully. So, gonna see, it's, if you can see, it's beautiful texture. Just gonna take a little bit of this and all the flavors have gone right inside this cake. It's soaked in all the flavors. The salt is perfect, all the seasoning is perfect, and all the herbs have really let it serve. It's really done the trick. Let's taste it from this side as well. Mediterranean baked red snapper. Go for it, guys. This is a really good recipe that I've hit upon. So the first episode of the year doesn't seem to be a disaster. I think I'll pass with decent enough marks when the head chef and let's also nice and crunchy, quite flavorful, all those dry rub that we sprinkled over it, really nice. So a good kind of a staple side to the fish. Our most important anniversary, the day we met, the day Semanti, head chef, and I met for the first time ever, the day we saw each other for the first time. The dinner for that day, which is tonight, the day we are shooting, 5th of January. You're going to see it, of course, on Friday. So that dinner is done, and I think I have been saved by the fish. I'm not going to get kicked out tonight, and probably take this relationship for another 26 years. That's it. Was very difficult. You just need to get hold of all these spices, herbs and all that, fresh herbs. And even if you get, not all the herbs, just get 1 or 2 fresh herbs, and the remaining spices are fairly easy, most of them. And you can do it. I've done it with red snapper. You can try it with baked key. You can try it with ravas or whatever else fish you can get hold of, and I think it'll be good. So that's it from me. Next week again, one of us will be back with a new recipe. And again, Happy New Year, guys. Be safe. Be careful. It's still not very safe outside. So take care of yourself, and keep watching us, keep subscribing to our channel, and let's start this year with a bang. Bye.